Hello and welcome to Unlocking Tomorrow. I'm your host, Kamau Mwangi, and this is the boardroom segment. Unlocking Tomorrow, is the show that's going to be taking you to Kenya, to the world, and we want to have conversations and entertainment that help you to unlock your tomorrow and to unlock your future. And as I've said, my name is Kamau Mwangi, and I host the segment called The Boardroom. And today, I am hosting Winnie Rachel. Don't finish Mandela, by the way. Winnie Rachel, she's the country manager at UNICAF, and she's going to be telling more about her role and how UNICAF is at the intersection of education and the future right today. So, karibu sana. Welcome to the show, Winnie.
Thank you.
Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to say something to the physics teacher who did not believe that you can amount to much?
Apparently, the physics teacher has got nothing to do with the country manager.
Right.
I'm going to let him slide.
It's going to slide. Huh? Okay. But I am not as nice as you. So, to my... Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you, and thank you for making time.
It's a great pleasure.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit first of all about UNICAF, and then we speak about what you do at UNICAF.
Great. So UNICAF is an international organization. We pride ourselves in offering scholarships to the underserved, mainly in Africa, but our education rolls out in the entire world. So how is UNICAF really different from any other organization? Apart from being just an organization, we are a scholarship body. We ensure that anybody, wherever the world, can be able to access scholarships at a very affordable prices. The other thing that is very unique about our organization is the fact that earlier or even in today, you find that applications for scholarships take quite a long time. It's really a tedious process. And when people start, applying for scholarships, somehow along the way they get to stop.
Right.
And just give up on it. So UNICAF came in with a very different perspective on how these scholarships are given out to different individuals. The time frame of which whereby you as an individual will be able to apply for a scholarship and get it is really, really, really simple and small. It's like a 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Because in a span of like 2 weeks, you are able to apply and get on board, start your education.
So within 2 weeks after application, I get feedback from UNICAF.
Not feedback, but you would be actually admitted in a university.
Okay.
Yes, so we are in partnership with international organizations, which are education institutions in the UK. We are in partnership with University of East London. We have Suffolk University. We have Liverpool John Moore University, which are all in the UK.
Right.
But also we have a partnership with some campuses that we have opened in Africa.
Right.
That is in Malawi, Zambia, and Uganda currently.
So none in Kenya?
None in Kenya so far, but we are almost there. We're looking forward to having one in Kenya in the near future.
Right.
That is something that we are working on. And so you find that our students have a variety to choose from. In the previous past, you find that it would be like a dream come true for you to get a scholarship and go to the UK and study. That would cost you an upward of more than 4 million and above. If you look at the tuition fees, you look at the transport, travel, and all that. And so UNICAF comes in to cut this cost in the fact that you can be able to pursue your degree, whether it's a bachelor, a master's, whether it's a PhD, at the comfort of your home. And you find that also having a very fast moving world right now, people are really busy. So getting somebody, especially in an environment like Nairobi where we have so much traffic, for you to even sacrifice your time in the evening and you're working to go to class is just a nightmare. So it becomes very easy for anybody to pursue these degrees from wherever they are, whether you have a family, you have children, you're working, you're married or not, you're traveling to different places, whether it's work or just your personal travel, then it doesn't really define when and where you should study. And that is the beauty of what, as an organization, we find our services really convenient to the people who want to not only just dream, but to pursue their masters, their PhDs. And even currently we have a new diploma course that we are introducing. So
Right. So let me get this right. So someone who gets on board UNICAF get their feedback quite fast, and then they get to study with universities in the UK and some also in Kenya, in Africa, as you mentioned. And it is self-paced.
It is
Right.
self-paced.
So you don't have to
Yeah.
be in class like at a stipulated time. It
No.
is the time that you're available.
Yes, it's asynchronous in the fact that you can be able to, three people can be able to actually begin the studies in different times. You find that every month there's no delay. Like, for instance, in the normal setup of how our universities run in Kenya, you have to wait for the term to begin, you have to wait for a quorum, you have to, have like a whole class for you to be in that session.
Right.
Now, for here, you self-paced because you log in into your module at the time when you're ready, and there's nothing like you're waiting to sit for an exam at a particular time, because you can be able to get those courses anytime during the time that the modules are running.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that means if I want to finish my course within 1 week or 2 months or 3 months, it's up to me really. If I only have 30 minutes today to dedicate to my class, then I take those 30 minutes. I don't have to feel the pressure that I have to be there for like 2 hours or anything like that. Is that correct?
Sure.
Yeah.
In terms of timing, it is up to you really to plan yourself. See, we have like students from different parts of this world. Nigeria, Jamaica, Asia, all places of the universe. Nigeria wakes up at a different timeline like we do here in Kenya, and that is different to the US, UK. We have the time zones. So really nobody is limited on what time you want to study. In the classroom, it's also very diverse because you get to meet students from all over the world.
Yeah.
So that won't limit you, because when you wake up in Kenya and you want to study at 8 a.m. or 10 p.m. really doesn't matter. What is of importance is the fact that you are able to undertake your course within the time that is required. Yeah.
Oh, so there's a required time at the end of. Okay. Right.
Like, for instance, we have modules. A module can run from 6, 7, 8 weeks, depending on the course that you have enrolled in. And so within that period, you plan yourself. There are weeks for assignments that you need to submit your assignments, and there are other weeks that you need to study. You need to have give your responses for group discussions with fellow students. So you, as Mwangi in Kenya, will give your feedback today, maybe at 8.
Yeah.
Another person from the part of the world would come in and join that conversation and give their input at that particular moment.
I like that.
Makes it very flexible.
Very flexible. That's the word, in fact. So now you say that you focus on underserved populations. What's the criteria? Is it someone who is an orphan or financially challenged? What's the criteria for someone to be underserved?
Look, it's common knowledge that applying for a scholarship is like it's a pata potea sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you will apply, but you're not sure whether you're gonna get a scholarship or not. You don't know how long that is gonna take, and you're just guessing. So you're really waiting. So what UNICAF has done differently is the fact that as long as you are qualified. Let's take an example. Somebody wants to pursue their master's. Then we're looking at what does the commission look at when you want to go to Nairobi University or any other university in Kenya. Then we have the basics that you need to have in terms of your certifications. What have you achieved? Do you have your undergraduate? Is it legit? And all that. Once you have all your documentations ready, then the timeline is like assured for the 2 weeks. We have student advisors who are very efficient and are going to take you through the application process, ensure that you have chosen the correct university, advise you on your courses, and get you admitted at the university.
Right.
So you really don't need to travel, no need to have anything that interrupts you.
So let me get this, Winnie. So it's not about your financial background that you get to qualify to be in UNICAF. It is your capacity, your qualification at that point that you're applying.
Yes, so qualifications comes first. Stages of scholarship really vary depending on who you are, what you do, because really we want to ensure that everybody is in this boat.
Yeah.
You want a CEO to be in the same class with somebody who is not able to pay that particular fee. So the percentage of the scholarship might differ depending on how well a person is able to pay up. Then we also find that you can be able to pay these amounts in installments, which makes it pretty much easy for everybody to have, a way whereby they can as well study, do their personal projects, developments, and continue pursuing their masters and PhDs and all that.
Interesting. Okay, I mean, this is so beautiful. Let me tell you, I didn't know much about UNICAF until you started visiting your offices.
Yeah.
And so now let's talk about your role as the country manager. What does that entail now?
Oh, sure. So essentially, if you look at it from the point of an institution, an educational institution, one of the things which is a general requirement for each manager is planning and management. Of course, ensuring that they are very efficient and effective strategic plans that we are rolling out to ensure that apart from the organization also reaching out to the masses to be able to get the scholarships, our students who are our clients in that sense are also able to get good services, all right? And so the planning really entails ensuring that both sides of the bargain gets what they need to get.
Right.
And also the other thing is the strategic partnerships and stakeholder management. So you find that we really need to, like you said, you mentioned it, that you had not known that UNICAF is there. Then how do you know UNICAF is there?
Right.
We need to go out there to speak to different organizations to sell them our value proposition, what we need to what we can offer to their people. And this applies to organizations, individuals. So mainly on the strategic partnership, we ensure that those people who have never known about UNICAF really get to be aware of what we do. Mostly in the past, when we set up our offices, a lot of people never really believe that UNICAF is real. The scholarships are too good to be true.
Yeah.
And so somebody seated somewhere really calling you that you have gotten the scholarship, and really in 2 weeks you can be able to be admitted in a university in the UK, Malawi, or whatever.
Correct.
And it doesn't look so true. So we need to change that narrative. And so we ensure that we partner with the media houses like yourselves to ensure that the people out there are able to know that UNICAF is here.
Yeah.
And we are able to offer that which is impossible.
Right. So so you want to increase your reach. That is part of your role, to increase the reach of UNICAF.
Yes.
And make sure that the clients are satisfied as so far as stakeholder management and strategic partnership. I think that is generally what I've got.
Yes.
That is quite, that's quite an active office, I'd say,
Yeah.
And so how many people do you take in per month?
I won't give you that.
Like on average?
Yes, that really differs depending also on the months. You find that months like December, people are busy going for their normal businesses at home, like we do it in Kenya.
Correct.
So it varies, but on each and every stage, every month, we can get more than even 30 to 40 applications.
30 to 40 applications.
Yes.
And so
Not applications, those are people who are actually admitted in the university. For applications, millions.
Okay. So there are a lot of people signing in, there are people signing up.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask this question. You want people to get to know UNICAF, and that's very, very important.
Yeah.
Why should someone consider UNICAF? Why should I take up UNICAF? Now, this is you selling UNICAF, okay?
Yeah.
So if I have listened to you, and I'm thinking, that's something good there. Now, I am at the tipping point. I want you to tip me over and say, yes, consider us. Why would we consider UNICAF?
Great. So, like I said, flexibility. Yeah, because you as a person, you're working, right?
Yeah.
As you work, you want to study, you want to do your master's, you want to do your PhDs. How then do you do that if you don't have a very flexible program?
Yeah.
Whereby you can be able to come to work, but then at night you can decide, I can be able to take some 1-2 hours to do my assignments and study, and at the end of the 2 years, you're done with your master's. The second thing is affordability. Yeah, because if I am giving you like 80% scholarship, that you have,
80%. Now we are talking.
yeah, you can get up to 80% scholarship. So you're only paying the 20%. That gives you, a leeway to also pay in installments, the same 20% that you have. You pay it in installments. Then most people, you realize, are unable to pursue their degrees because, most universities want a lump sum amount of money to be given, and it's not 2 shillings, it's a lot of money.
Absolutely.
And you need to take care of your bills, you need your your house rent and all those things. So you find it that the affordability and the flexibility of the payment gives you a very easy way to, you know, manage your finances, and at the long run also pursue the education. But also the application process, like we said, it's a 1, 2, 3 step and you're done. You put in your personal statements, your documentation, you have the advisor take you through, and it is something that, you know, you put behind your back. The other thing is also the fact that we are not limited to the fact that you only have to, you know, print down some information and read. We have infographics incorporated in our learning management system that we use, which, by the way, is the best in the world. We pride ourselves in that because
Beautiful.
you can be able to download it, the application, the UNICAF application, on your phone, which means whether you are in Turkana, whether you are in Mombasa,
Rongai,
doesn't really matter where you are, you can be able to study. So you also find that most of the time when you want to go to school, then you think about stuff like, okay, what if I am unable to finish this degree? What if I lose my job? You know, there are a lot of uncertainties.
Yes.
And you find that we sometimes, even the universities that we have, you get to find that you had paid so much and then you lose again your degree because you didn't manage to fill that. So the scholarships, you know, cushions you from all these things, and you can also be able to pay it in those bits.
Right.
And that really gives you an easy time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Winnie Rachel, it's been a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for making time to be on the boardroom.
Thank you.
And I really wish all of you who have listened to both the boardroom and you've listened to Winnie Rachel, you take a chance with UNICAF, because if you've been intending to pursue education, well, this is the chance for you. And we are very, very grateful to us, UNICAF, for also partnering with Unlocking Tomorrow. And up next is Women Unbowed, so do not touch that dial. We're going to be back in a minute.